Hello, Aquano here, and we're back for another Dragon Quest I HD-2D Remake guide. And this time we're going to talk about grinding. Yes, again. A couple days ago we talked about early game grinding. And since this game is pretty short, I know most of you guys are already in the late game by now, so I wanted to make a video about the best place to grind in this game and the best way to grind, right? So I'm going to show you guys the location right away after I finish this battle, but I also wanted to tell you guys the most efficient way to grind these Middle Slimes. Now, the absolute best way to grind these Metal Slimes is by using a weapon called, like, the Metal Boomerang. So the Metal Wing Boomerang, I think. Now, that boomerang requires, like, 36 or 37 metals. It's a lot of metals. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 37. It is a lot. Now, what that boomerang does is that it will always hit. It's guaranteed to hit. And I guess these enemies, these pesky little liquid Metal Slimes that dodge most of your attacks, that will come in very, very handy. If you don't have the Metal Wing Boomerang, and I think most of you guys will not have this boomerang, it's quite a lot of metals, honestly, but if you're a completionist, you might have it, because it is possible to get all of the mini medals before the final boss. There's not much of a post-game in this game. All of the medals are available before. But if you don't have it and you wanna still grind, I'm gonna show you guys 2 ways to kill these guys efficiently. Now, to do that, we need to abuse or use one of the mechanics introduced in this game, which is the sigil-boosted abilities. And 2 of them interest us. So, we want to use the Lightning Slash upgraded and the upgraded Falcon Slash. To do that, you need to be below half HP. Now, to make it easier for myself, for the sake of this guide, I put the difficulty in Dragon Quest. If you don't mind doing that, then I highly recommend this for grinding. You can increase the difficulty back up when you go do the final boss. But this will just make your grinding faster, okay? So it's just about a question of time. If you think that's kind of cheating, now that's entirely fine. I think this is definitely doable without Dragon Quest. It just makes things easier. So, what does the upgraded Lightning Slash and Falcon Slash do? The upgraded Falcon Slash will hit 4 times instead of 2, which means higher odds of hitting multiple times, because, you know, they dodge your attacks. So if you only hit twice, there is a high chance they dodge both, or at least one of them. But if you hit 4 times, you have a good chance of hitting more than twice, stuff like that. And every singular hit of the 4 hits will have a chance of critting, so that is very, very important. Now, the upgraded Lightning Slash, we're going to try it right now. It has a chance to miss, but if it doesn't miss, it is guaranteed to crit. So that will one-shot the liquid metal slime. So let's try it out. Hopefully I don't miss. Okay, 3 of them. Nice, we got the crit. See? The odds are not that bad, honestly. So I highly recommend using that one instead when there's multiple enemies. But you can switch between the 2 and see which one is more efficient, between the upgraded Falcon Slash or the upgraded Lightning Slash. I only killed one of them, and here is 15,000 XP, so pretty good, pretty good. I highly recommend to wait until you're at least level 35 to enter the castle, because if not, it is a bit dangerous. So yeah, let's talk about the location. Where am I farming? I am indeed at the entrance of the Dragon Lord's castle. Let me exit to show you guys the map real quick. So here we are. You need to complete pretty much every single main story quest to access this. You need to create the Rainbow Bridge by collecting every single legendary item, etc. And, you know, some people thought it might be right outside the castle. No, it is inside the castle, right at the entrance. Now, in my experience, the Metal Slimes spawn more often in the entrance. I don't know if it's, like, something intentionally made for you to, like, grind, but I'm pretty sure it's either, like, the entrance or at least 1F. The first floor has higher odds of Metal Slimes appearing. At least in my experience, it might be just, you know, just an anecdotal evidence. But it is faster to grind in the first floor anyways, since it's, you know, you just enter the castle and grind. You can TP right to the entrance. So, in case what I'm saying is true, make sure to grind in the first floor. Now, what is equipment that could help you grind? First of all, these liquid metal slimes use fire spells. So if you have any equipment that reduces fire damage, make sure to equip it. Here, I have something called the Tectonic Plate, which reduces fire attacks. Now, obviously, this doesn't matter if you're grinding in Dragon Quest. That's why I don't have it equipped. I have the Glombolero, which halves the amount of MP I use to cast my abilities and spells. So it just makes it so I have to, in case I'm not leveling up as fast, you know, later in the levels, I don't have to use as much MP. If you want to farm money at the same time, make sure to equip the Arvist Vest. It will give you an extra sum of gold every time you finish a battle, kind of like the merchant passive from DQ3. I would only recommend this if you're doing this in a Draggy Quest difficulty, because its defense is kind of low. It doesn't have any battle advantage, so be careful if you're farming gold. So yeah, any equipment that reduces fire damage is good. And for accessories, I have two options. Either you equip everything that gives you luck. That's only if you're using the metal wing boomerang or the upgraded falcon slash. The rabbit tails are useless if you're using the upgraded lightning slash, because that is a guaranteed crit. If you're using the upgraded lightning slash, you just want to move before them, so agility is the most important thing. If you use wild side before the battle starts, which is an option, a very, very good option. This is something I didn't forget to talk about it, but it's like, it's kind of a dilemma, right? So you have to choose between wasting the first turn and making your second and third turn double. And in my experience, it's not really an obvious choice. Why? Because like you saw in that previous fight, a lot of the liquid metal slimes fled turn 1. So wasting the turn 1 can be disadvantageous. So I like to use upgrade lightning slash turn 1, just so I have the maximum amount of targets. But it is definitely a really good strat to start the battle with wild side and then spam your upgraded falcon slash or lightning slash. If you do use wild side, I recommend using agility rings to make sure you act before them, because wild side already gives you a small agility buff. If you combine that with agility rings, you have a chance of outspeeding the liquid metal slimes, which means you can kill them before they flee. Also, small tip, if you want to get reminded of what every single souped up skill does, you can go to the Essentialist and go to the Traveler Tips, and you can see here you have all of them. So here it shows you the lightning slash upgraded does guarantee a critical hit as long as you connect the hit. So TLDR, make sure to get as many medals as you want to efficiently farm with the middle wing bat. If you don't want to get the middle wing bat, because that's a lot of medals, make sure to use the upgraded falcon slash and lightning slash. To do so, you need to be below 50% HP. So be careful, because you can definitely die if you're not high level enough. In terms of gear, I highly recommend fire resistance gear, because the liquid metal slimes do use fire spells. If you are playing on Draggy Quest, I just recommend using as much rabbit tails as you want if you're not using the upgraded lightning slash. And if you are using the upgraded lightning slash, then make sure to equip agility boosting equipments to make sure you act before the liquid metal slimes and kill them before they flee. So yeah, that was it for the late game and best grinding spot in Dragon Quest 1 HD-2D Remake. Let me know if you have any questions or additional tips in the comments. Make sure to help all of us grind more efficiently. And I'll see you guys in the next guide. Peace!